Good makeup brushes absolutely do matter. I'm going to show y'all which ones you should be getting if you are trying to build a brush collection. Just real quick, I am going to do my makeup for the day while I'm walking y'all through this. This is the new Kosas Undressed palette. Gorgeous, so pretty. First things first, you need to make a list of what brushes you actually would use in your day-to-day routine. So make a specific list of whether or not you need a foundation brush, a concealer brush, a powder brush, eye brushes, etc. Make a list. For whatever reason, I feel like it's so hard to find brush sets that have all the brushes you specifically need. So I personally recommend buying brushes individually, but if you are building a collection and getting used to using brushes, this is actually a great idea to start buying them bit by bit. You need to get a quality brush brand that you can start buying from. Not all brushes are created equal. If you go for a cheaper price point, they are likely going to last you not as long, they'll shed hairs, and they're just not as precisely shaped as a more high quality brush. Some of my favorite brush brands are BK Beauty, which you'll see me using right now, and I also have these in my TikTok shop. I also like Anisa's brushes. I like Delium tools. I like Sigma. I like the few brushes that Rare Beauty has. So those are a few brands that you can start looking at out the gate. You know what I mean. For certain parts of your face, like doing foundation, doing powder or blush, you only need one brush for each of those tasks. But for something like eye makeup, you need to figure out how many brushes you will actually use so that you're not buying too many and overwhelming yourself. If you only do one eyeshadow, it's best to just get one or two eyeshadow brushes. You don't need a whole set. If, however, you do plan to incorporate more than one shade and you want to include some different techniques, you can see how I swept on a color all over my lid and then I blended something into my socket and now I'm blending along my lash line. All of those different tasks are going to require different brushes. In general, for eyes, I do recommend having some sort of flat brush like this. That's how I swept on my base color. You could also use this to pat on the lid. You also want to get a nice blending brush, which is more of a domed shape. And then you want something for precision. If you're going to target the inner corner, or if I want to put a little color at the lower lash line, I actually just use this brush to do the upper lash line. Getting these three types of brushes is a great place to start for eyes. This is the BK Beauty 203 brush, this is the 202 brush, and this is the 210 brush. We'll link all of these below. That little orange shopping cart is my TikTok shop. That's what the eligible for commission sticker is, by the way. This is not a paid ad. But these are the shapes that I recommend. You can find them in most brands. All right, y'all, I really hope that this video was helpful to kind of get you started with brushes. They really do make a difference, especially when you get well-shaped brushes like this. They control where the product goes on. They blend it out easier. They kind of do the work for you. So I am a huge proponent of brushes and I talk about my brushes all the time. Please let me know if you have any questions below. I am happy to answer. You can also check my brushes playlist where I have videos on how to wash brushes and lots of other tips.